Hi guys, Jim Bounds at Motorhome Rehab Ranch, and now we've got to the third part. We're going to put this thing in. Before I forget about it, say you got through all this and you got it apart and there's play in it, or the balls in the CV are rusted. All right, Borgeson. If you look that up, Borgeson steering suspension parts. We have a new steering shaft that's available through Borgeson, through Hot Rod stuff. That if yours is bad, the whole thing's bad, it can be replaced. So if you're in that situation, give me a call. Okay? All right, so here we go. Here's the CV. Now I really like this graphite grease that I've got in there, but I'm going to add just a little bit more. Normally I clean it out, but I don't have any more of that grease. So I'm going to put a little bit more on top. Doesn't hurt to fill it up because you got a boot with a lot of space in it. Okay, there we go. Got her greased up. Now we're going to put on steering shaft boot. Move up the shaft here a little bit. The hole is smaller, and we've got to force it on. Sometimes if you put it in the sun, get it hot, easier to get on, which I may have to put it on pause and get this baby hot to get it on because it is very tight fit. Tell you what, let me pause this and let me get this piece on. You can see what we're doing. See, this shaft's a little bigger than this hole. But see, it's going to go down to this point right here. All right, so I'm going to go put this in a vise, pop this on there, and I'll be right back. Okay? Okay, so here we go. Had to stretch it out. Didn't like to do that. Get it on there, and then we pull it all the way down. Now, you can see there's a groove here. There's a slot in that CV boot, and it fits right into there. Just like that, okay? All right, now, next one we're going to put on is this boot. Now, it's a little tight. It's a little hard to get on there, too. Maybe not quite as hard, but let's see. Usually do this on a bench in a vise. I may have to go ahead and do that. Let's see if I can get it on there. Tell you what, let me go put it on the vise. I'll be right back. There we go. Hey, we got that one on tight. You can see how it goes on there. It snaps right in there, right on top of that one, just like that. Now we're going to take a tie wrap and put it on there to tie wrap those two CV boots together. There. Then we're going to cut it. And we're done there. All right. Sorry, I can't talk without a grease rag. You know how that is. All right, so recap. We've re-lubed the CV inside, put a new boot on it. Now, have you noticed I did not put a tie wrap on this boot yet? Very, very important. You'll see why. We got a tie wrap around this one, and here's the slip shaft sticking out. All right, so come on, and let's go put this thing in the coach. 3. Okay, here we are. We got our shaft. We're going to put it in. So come on down here. Let me show you what we're going to do. First thing, this is going to line up about there, which means this shaft is going to be in. Remember, we got one of 4 ways to put it in right here, right? See that? All right, we know that the line's going to be about there. So it's going to be just about right there. Now see, when we clamps it down, we put it on. See the line here and here? Now this, your chalk line here and your chalk line here. This steering column, mine doesn't lock up, but it fits in there exactly in line right there. It's right up in there. Now, sometimes you may have to take this down. The reason we didn't put tie wrap in and tap it back up. This one went right in. It slipped right in. So we don't want it that loose, though. Here, let me show you. Let me pull it back down. You see the cutout right there? That slides right into there. You line that up with that. Slides up in there. If you get it in the right place. They should have left it in there. There we go. Now see, I'm going to tank it. There he goes. Now, if it won't go up, take your little tank hammer. So you move the boot out of the way. Tap it up into place. Now, do you have it in the right place? Well, let's see. Will the bolt go in? Yes. Bolt goes into place. Now, I'll put the nut on it. There we go. Now you take your 11/16 wrench that you put it in with. You notice in the right place because the keyway, remember I showed you on that shaft, would not go in at all unless that bolt fit into that little slot that was cut into that groove. So we know it's in the right place. If we look at the top, we got the mark here. I wore that off. But you can see down here, it's in exact alignment. And we want this tight, real tight. So how do we get a little tighter than we could with 1 wrench? We use 2. All right. So you want to grab it. It's kind of a tongue twister. Grab it like that and you pull it with your wrench. Okay? There we go. Right there. You pull it in real tight. It's got to be real tight. Yeah, I get 3 more shots at it with the cheater on there. All right, now that in there, take your CV boot. Now, this boot, let me go get my tie wrap. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, we're back. Tie wrap and a rag. Very important because where the surface is, where that, come on in, where that boot's going to go, right here on this surface, you want to dry it. You want to get as much grease as you can off of it. Okay, and you want to get as much as you can off the inside of the boot because grease weeps grease. You don't want it to leak. Let's not have any grease on that mating surface. All right, so now pull that boot up. We're going to pull the boot up. And we're going to put this tie wrap around it. I got to get a tie, come on, baby. Well, you got the idea. This boot goes up onto here, onto the surface. And then this tie wrap goes around it to tie it in. And that's a, here we go. There we go. It's going to be that happy to me after all. You see, it does pull on that thing. It pulls on it pretty good. That's why we were putting on that band, the metal band, to hold it up in there. But when you get it up in there and put a tie wrap, that'll hold it up in there. Okay. Remember in the beginning of the videos we talked about this lower steering column bearing. Mine's tight as a bug. If you shake this and it goes click click in here, there's a bearing in here, and it'll need to be changed. Okay, so if you have that problem, give me a call, and we'll get you hooked up. Applied or Serum has that bearing, and there's your boot. All right. Well, I'm glad we're done because we're about out of battery, and I'm about to sweat to death. Look, thank you for your time. If you feel this is important, like, subscribe, and all those things, share. Become a ranch hand. Thank you for your help. See you later.